Hey y'all, it's the Queen coming through right quick, right fast with an angel number dates, hindsight messages and guidance read for 11/5/2022. That's November 5th, 2022. And this date gives us the angel numbers 115, 11/5, 115, and 222, with the presence of 0 giving us the extra confirmation and affirmations from the divine deities that are in our presence, spirit guides, archangels, helping us to and fro through it all. And the angel number 115 is giving us all the energy of rebirth, new beginnings, things that had to end so that we can re-begin, clearing out the old so we can welcome in the new. And the 5 be letting us know that we either are balanced or we need some more balance or both. But also it's giving drastic change, and in particular, it's a drastic change concerning making better choices while also letting us know that we are on the right track, making growing strides, having growing pains, taking on new responsibilities, forming new commitments, and showing our feelings, as well as displaying our passion through action. And it goes without saying, honestly, that this is like low-key, high-key, a continuation of the read for 11/4/2022. Because that's all about, building your frequency of money. Whereas this is like, this date and angel number is focusing on the next step, which, like I said in that video, has a center of releasing your grasp on the outcome, releasing your focus from being money hungry or just, obsessing over money. And so we're getting direction to redirect our focus to our passion. What are we doing it for? Who are we doing it for? What do we want to say? What do we have to say? What is the purpose, okay, coming from our passion? Because once we get an understanding about our passion, the passion that we put into our purpose will then be more potent and therefore create us more fruits, which include money, but also a multitude of other elements of prosperity and abundance, which should and will ultimately be rooted in high vibrational values. And that's low-key, high-key what all of this is about. Reforming your own values so that when you act upon passions and purposes surrounding those values, not only do you, like I said, end up valuing yourself more, but you pass down those values and that value along with the money. And that is what continues your legacy. And that is what keeps the generational wealth potent, high vibrational, and also everlasting. And before we get into the card, let me reaffirm and re-acknowledge that angel number 222 2022 is laced with victory, love, duality, balance, and they come together to make sense, letting us know that we need to reflect and work on our rose quartz frequency of universal and unconditional love. And I also got some animal totems for this one. If you've been seeing, thinking about, or dreaming about flamingos, giraffes, frogs, crickets, and ferrets, this reading is definitely highly focused on and for you. And so the card we have here is the Lovers in reverse, which also reaffirms to me and lets me further know that Everything that I just said and everything that I will go on to say for this card and in this video will be heavily focused and centered around relationships. Not just romantic, but relationships as a whole. Specifically, how your relationships have shaped, formed, influenced your sense of passion, purpose, and enjoyment. And pleasure and enjoyment can be used interchangeably here. So it's a need to reflect on how love has been shown to you and how people have communicated their love to you. Their love, their passion, what types of events have they invited you to? What is their idea of fun? Have they tried to impress ideas of pleasure and fun and enjoyment over you that you do not necessarily find enjoyable or that you do not agree with as it concerns your values and things of that nature? And with all of that being said, educating yourself further on love languages. What is your preferred love language? What is the love language that you predominantly use when you show love? And what love language do you want and expect out of people that you have relationships with? Also, the love language that you want, that you use, that you expect, does it and is it serving you? Did the people you grew up around pour life into your desires, into your dreams and aspirations? Do the people that you have in your life now, do they encourage you towards fulfilling your goals? Do they encourage you to do what's best for you, not just in a moment, but in a longevity sense? Or is it all about thrill? Is it all about just a moment? Is your view and your dreams bigger than what the people that you have around you? And this doesn't necessarily mean that the people around you are bad people or that they're stupid or less than or anything. It can just mean that they want different things. And because they want different things, they can't necessarily see the vision that you are trying to create and fulfill. It's not in alignment. If they are satisfied with grilled cheese bologna sandwiches every day and you want to have a brand new extravagant 5-course meal every day, then y'all gonna constantly bump heads because they want to know why the fuck you so extra and you want to know why they so basic, when both can work. They just might not work together. And sometimes they can if neither one of you are going out of your way to attack the other one with your viewpoint. In a case where you have relationships with people that have different preferences, if you will, you can still engage with them. Howsoever, you're gonna need other people that have your interests, that have your same values and all of that to counter and balance it out, because you still need people to relate to. You can't constantly be in a debate and in a dispute and in opposition all the time. Like, it's good to have people that are different from you because they help you grow, but you do also need people that are somewhat the same as you as well, so that they help you remember and maintain who you are and constantly evolve that higher version of yourself, if you catching my drill. So for instance, if you're an artist and your significant other is an athlete, they may listen to you, but they don't want to always hear about monologues or drawing and color coding and stuff like that. They don't want to always hear about that because that's not necessarily their interest. And it doesn't mean that y'all's relationship can't work. It doesn't mean that you can't talk to them at all about that. It just means that you need other people that are in that same sector of life that have those same interests, so that you're not putting the weight and responsibility of those types of conversations that you need on your significant other. Because while it's good to have things in common with your significant other so y'all can have deep conversations and things of that nature, it can also be a blessing in disguise when y'all do have differences in interests, because you can end up mindlessly, like I said, putting too much weight and too much responsibility on your significant other in those conversations. So, if artistry or, whatever it is that you do as a career, if you are always having those conversations with your significant other, the lines can end up getting blurred, and one or both of you could end up putting like the stress and the weight and, like I said, the responsibility of your career onto them, which can result in the crossing of boundaries even when it's not intentional. Like, because you've kind of made that a obligation to their role as your significant other, they can start feeling entitled to be able to tell you what to do in your career, or even start feeling entitled to retribution or compensation or acknowledgement and shit as it concerns the accomplishments and strides that you make in your career. And not saying that they won't effortlessly contribute one way or another, and not saying that you shouldn't show gratitude to them for that. It's just too much of anything is not good. And like I said, when you put too much responsibility of something on a person, they inevitably start to feel entitled to what comes with that. So it's definitely a call to reevaluate the boundaries that we've had or haven't had in past relationships, and what boundaries do we have now? Do they need to be reformed? So it's a lot of meditating and reflecting amongst conversations that need to be had, that are going to inevitably be had, because as you do those reflections, you're going to notice a lot of things that need to change about yourself in particular. And those realizations are going to come from the conversations that you are having with yourself. And more realizations will come from having the further conversations with other people. And I'm not gonna lie, this is going to result in some people getting cut all the way off. But don't fret, because those people are getting released so that new people can come in and help pour and feed into your passions, your creativity, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, and it's going to help further build your momentum and further build your confidence and your courage in yourself and in your dreams and aspirations. And it's going to show you what it's like to have authentic, fulfilling, satisfying, mutually beneficial relationships with people who have such divine energy that just being around them unlocks blessings that effortlessly pour into your life. Because a lot of people right now are dealing with people who have energy that is draining their frequency of prosperity. And doing the work of this reading is going to flip this Lover's card that is in reverse. It's going to flip it right side up. And like I said, you're going to attract people who instead their energy will pour into and build and stabilize and evolve in the highest forms your frequency of passion, prosperity, and victory. And with that being said, I must do say that I have milked this cow dry, and I thoroughly appreciate the exchange of vibes. And if you're feeling synchronized, please like, share, and subscribe so you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly quotas for the next time. And be sure to bless my comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you all light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.